Welcome to the Hilarity Ensues podcast, hosted by Donna, the queen of quick wit, and Jeff, the dean of devious double entendres. Together, they're on a mission to find the funny in life using nothing but their critical thinking skills and sarcasm.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hilarity Ensues. I'm your host, Donna, and joining me here today is my co-host,
Jeff.
There we are. We're back at it. Okay, this is interesting. We're having an interesting day in the studio, but we're back at it again. And I need you to explain this for me. Who woke up and decided Ray J and Orlando Brown needed to box each other?
It must have been somebody who exists in the Matrix or the clown world or both, because it makes no sense at all why those two would box. Zero.
Yeah, zero sense. It's not like, Ali and George Foreman. It ain't like Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed. It's none of that. It's two individuals that seem like they have unresolved childhood issues that they're trying to duke it out on Zeus Network.
Yeah, it's a high intensity therapy session.
Well, the participants of this therapy session, for those of you tuning in, let's talk about who they are. Ray J is Brandy Norwood's younger brother. Brandy Norwood, Brandy, the singer. Moesha, remember that television sitcom, Moesha?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, The Boy Is Mine. 47 million people had her on their R&B playlist in their childhood. So she's a big deal. Now, Ray J, he's had his own career in music and television and entertainment. But to be honest, he's known for two things. One, for being Brandy's little brother. And two,
for giving the pipe to Kim K on video.
For those of you that have been living in a bubble, there was a sex tape of Ray J and Kim Kardashian before she became the megastar that we're familiar with. This is for being Kanye's wife. She had a sex tape, which word on the street is that her mother orchestrated, directed it, produced it, and leaked it out there. That's allegedly, I don't know how true that is. That's just what the streets are saying. Jeff, have you heard anything different?
I've heard the similar thing. Just a quick commentary. I had to look at that tape just to do research specifically for this show. And Ray J did almost all of the work. It's just unfair that she became a humongous star after this was released.
Speaking of humongous, because I myself have seen that tape.
Shout out to Ray J.
Ray J's kind of blessed. I'm gonna go off on a rabbit trail here for a minute. When she was married to Kanye West, he was performing at a concert and someone blew up like this large image of that section of the tape and had out an audience for him to stare at. I was like, that is so diabolical. Oh my God.
Man, that's rough.
Imagine knowing your wife has a sex tape out there and you've moved beyond it. You've married her, you've had some kids, and you're performing at a concert and someone throws a larger than life image out there of that for you to see. How would you feel?
Oh, it's already large enough. I did happen to notice that as well. Yeah, that would crush me. Yeah, that would definitely throw off my performance at my musical event for sure.
Well, okay, let's get back on track here. But that's Ray J, right? Ray J also is married to Princess Love, and I believe they had a reality show together. Usually marriages, when they want to die, they go on reality TV, but they've had so much in the news when it came to their relationship, where they broke up, they separated, they filed divorce, they got back, they went back and forth, and their relationship drama has more seasons than Law and Order. It's just ridiculous. To the point where nobody really cares anymore. But I will say this, Ray J does a very good job of trending and staying in the algorithm.
Mm-hmm, true.
Which leads to his next thing. He went on TikTok and Instagram a couple months back and said how he was dying and he didn't have that much longer to live. And then a couple weeks ago, he's at the BET Awards, and Drewski's like, wait a second, aren't you supposed to be dead? So that's Ray J. Now, Orlando Brown, Jay, do you remember Orlando Brown, what he was in?
That's So Raven.
He was in That's So Raven. Also, he was in the movie, because he was literally a child star. He was in the movie Major Pain with Damon Wayans.
Wow, it's back in the day. I forgot about, well, I didn't know who he was back then, but I do remember that movie.
Yeah. So Orlando Brown is another person that I think has experienced a lot of trauma as a child actor. And he's known to have issues with substance abuse. He had legal problems, mental health concerns. And he makes a lot of off-the-wall statements when it comes to Hollywood, or Hollyweird as he calls it. And it's to the point where he says so much, people are like, oh, that's Orlando just talking. It's like, but I think there's a little bit of truth kind of mixed into what he says. So it's kind of one of those things where I think now that I'm talking this out loud, he's very intentional, because if he makes a lot of things seem so off the wall, he doesn't risk being sued by someone.
That is true. That he could be crazy like a fox.
Yeah. So it's like, let me just say all this wild shit, and people are like, oh, he's crazy, he got issues. And I'll mix in some truth in that. But one of the things he did say when he was a kid being on the set of Major Pain was that Karen Parsons also was in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She played Hillary. Her and Damon Wayans were hooking up in the trailer. And what they used to do, they used to come and bring him toys and puzzles and have him play while they went into the room and was smashing. And he was talking about it. He was like, I would hear noises, and he was trying to replicate the noises that he heard coming from the other room. But as funny as that sounds now, it is a little traumatic for a child. When in all seriousness, a child witnessing that, hearing that, amongst all the other things that he's gone through. But Orlando Brown, he's out there. And funny enough, he's talked about Raven Simone and said that they had a love child together and stuff like that, and all kinds of weird shit. When Raven Simone is asked about him, she has a certain degree of warmth in her heart toward him. It's like, Orlando, and, she kind of brushes it off. And I think a part of her understands the kind of trauma he's probably gone through, and she gives him grace himself. I don't know. This is just me speculating here, but let's get to it. Saturday, August 15th, in Atlanta, Zeus Networks were the ones that produced this. I don't believe this was for charity. I believe this was for both of them to get a check. That's the bottom line there. And they went ahead and they went 3 rounds. Now, these celebrity fights are 3 rounds. You know what? I don't know about you, Jeff, but I'm like, I need to see some blood. If they're going to do this, let's get for real here. Let's go the whole 18 rounds. Let's go the distance.
18 rounds. That's a lot of rounds. I think the standard is 12, but I think for amateurs, they have to have a set amount. I don't know what the number is, but for celebrities who are not in boxing shape, it's probably a safe bet to do 3 rounds, maybe even 2, because they might have a cardiac arrest.
No.
You want to see it?
I want them to go longer than that, because I want people to give serious thought and consideration to doing this bullshit. If you are going to occupy Beyonce's internet with this bullshit, I need for you to give serious consideration to this and stop playing around.
Shout out to Beyonce's internet.
There we go. Gosh, you saw the fight, Jay, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It wasn't that long, but it felt like it was an extremely lengthy amount of time. It seemed like I had to check my playback speed to see if it was in slow motion, but no, that's as fast as they were moving. It was pretty pathetic.
And I'm like, this should have been censored, because I saw titties on my screen.
Yeah.
Titties on my screen.
I did too. Yeah, Orlando needed the sports bra for sure.
I'm like, these men, what are they thinking of? Please, for the love of humanity, if you got that going on, put on a sports bra, put on a tank top. I won't judge you. But why am I seeing that flailing around? It's just it's not, it's no bueno. It's no bueno.
Eye-catching, but in a bad way. I just could not take my eyes away from it. I'm like, why is this man flipping and flopping around like this?
And then Ray J did win by decision, although they said he did have a knockout. I didn't watch the whole thing. It was too painful for me to watch too long of it because, like I said, my eyes were burning by watching this. So neither one of them are boxers. Neither one of them actually looked like they worked on becoming somewhat in shape for this event, at least cardio-wise.
Right. The audience definitely lost. I think everybody lost that day, except they got their paychecks. I guess that's a partial win for both.
And there was like, I guess there was a conference, or it was after the fight, and Orlando Brown threw a wad of cash at Ray J. Like, again, two people that they want time, space, and attention on the internet, and they will do whatever they need to do. Now, they were, what do you call it? I forget the boxing terminology. Prelims for the next fight was Claressa Shields.
Nice. World champion.
Claressa Shields and Kay Scott.
Yeah, real boxers.
Real boxers. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because Kay Scott, she's a Australian boxer. I guess she had a title. She's 42, and Claressa is 31.
Yeah, the age gap is pretty big. The experience gap, I think, is pretty big too. I think the other lady was like 4-2 before the fight, I believe, something like that. And yeah, I never heard of her before. Definitely heard of Claressa Shields for sure.
So this was a middleweight fight. So Claressa, she cut 38 pounds for this fight to get into, because she was a heavyweight, so she had to get into middleweight. So she cut 38 pounds during training camp. Now, here's the deal. They went 6 rounds. I think it was 1 minute and 38 seconds into round 6.
She handled her business.
She knocked her out.
Nice. Okay, let me take a look. So she's 19-0. Yeah, got the knockout. That was nice. Add to her, well, I won't say tiny collection, but yeah, she's not known as a hard puncher. She looks like she punches hard. But yeah, she got the W, she got the KO, and she got the check. So
let me ask you this. I'm being messy now. Claressa Shields, would you date her?
No, not my type.
What's wrong with her?
She's too violent for me.
I thought you like them rough.
No, not that rough. No, thank you. I'm good on that.
You know, let me tell you this. I just love Remy Ma, so I guess I'm a little biased by this, right? But I think it was before the fight, she was wearing some red outfit and Papoose was wearing something. She's like, we're matching. And I immediately go straight to the comments and people like, things will do for money, talking about Papoose.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
The things will do for money. And I'm not going to dog another woman out. She's no Remy Ma. I'll say that.
No.
But what I will say is Papoose does nothing to add to her equity.
Yeah, he got to work on that.
He doesn't do anything for that. So I think she needs to let that go and she needs to start from scratch. Get her someone that can add. After the fight, I'm going to say this, Claressa Shields, she has a solid body.
Oh, yeah.
She has a solid body.
She's built.
She's built. She's cut. It's just that some of the things that she wears is not flattering to her. And I'm going to say this. Layla Ali was like her daddy. She got a pretty face. But there was something about her, even as strong as she is and stuff like that, there was a certain femininity to her, even as a boxer.
Right.
And that's what I think Claressa Shields is missing. And that's why I say Papoose ain't the dude for her to get her there. So I think she needs a man in her life that is going to, I don't want to use the word cultivate her, but kind of show her a different way of approach so she can lean into her feminine side. Because I think the reason why she wanted to say something, I ain't going to say that. I'm going to find it PC. I think the reason why she still leans into her masculine side often is because of the man that she's with. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, that's a strong possibility. Yeah, because he is really not doing too much anything.
Nope. He's cashing checks. That's all he's doing. Now, my question is here for you. Would you rather fight Ray J or Orlando Brown?
I would want a challenge. Even though Ray J can't really fight that well, he's way better than Orlando Brown. So yeah, probably Ray J. I'll make sure not to hit him too hard because I don't want to be like, wait a minute, when I'm piecing him up.
If Ray J was to fight again, who would you want to see him fight? Because he has a championship now. He has to, I guess, defend. But anyway,
I would like to see him get redemption against Super Hot Fire, another gentleman with titties who actually knocked Ray J out a few months back, or 3-4 months back. I can't remember, but that was also a pretty horrible fight. But he needs that one back, at least get a chance. How about you?
I could care less about any of these people. But I'm gonna say this. I'll ask you this because you're more involved in this. What two celebrities would you like to see go toe to toe?
Okay, let me think about that one. Because I'd like to see a couple of them bang it out. Let me think about that one for a hot minute. Because there are quite a few.
Bang Okay.
They had a beef. They squashed it, but I want to see him reignite it and see what's to it.
You know what speaking of Jamie Foxx, what I would have loved to see?
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see when he was filming that movie, that football movie.
Friday Night Lights. Yeah, I want to see that actual fight. Yeah, he got lit up.
Not Friday Night Lights.
Oh, Any Given Sunday?
Any Given Sunday. There we go. Okay. The two of them got into a fight, and it went off the rails. And you got to listen to Bill Bellamy tell the story. Bill Bellamy is such a great storyteller. And he talks about Jim Brown trying to separate this, and his coffee flew off his head because he got in the middle of this. Dude from New York came in Timberlands to Miami. I was like, yeah, but I think they even squashed that beat. But I would like to see that. I would have loved to see that.
Another one. Go ahead.
No, I'm curious.
Another one, just random, for the right to play Reacher, because Tom Cruise played Reacher in the movie, which makes no sense because Reacher's like 6'5", and Tom Cruise is like 5'7". And the TV version is Alan Ritchson, who's like 6'3", and pretty big dude, and apparently loves to scrap. I would like to see Tom Cruise fight Alan Ritchson for the role for Reacher.
First, he'd jump up on the couch.
Yeah.
And then he'd jump from the couch onto Alan.
No, that's not even a fair fight. That would just...
It's not.
That might be premeditated murder.
Amongst the things happening this weekend in Atlanta, the fights, I will say this, will end this show on a positive note, that in Malibu, California, Carl Anthony Towns of the Knicks and Jordan Woods got married in Malibu.
Oh, word? Okay, congrats.
Yeah, so congrats to them. There were a lot of big names that showed up outside of some of the Knicks, like OG and Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson. There was also Timothy Charlemagne was there. Ben Stiller was there. Haley Bieber and Justin Bieber, they were there. So this was an all-star celebrity event. And they handed out gift bags. Yeah,
what'd you get?
I got gift bags and In-N-Out cups. Did I take you to In-N-Out? Were you here?
No, but I've been to In-N-Out. Yeah, I've been there.
So that was a beautiful thing. I'm glad for them. So this Nick had a good year.
I'd say so.
Anything you would like to share with our listeners before we wrap up this show?
Congrats to Carl Anthony Towns. And I was kind of wondering about him. I know there's some rumors about him floating around about his sexuality. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I think he's just playing for the cameras, obviously, because he got married to what I think is a beautiful woman. So,
she is beautiful.
Yeah,
she's beautiful. she's naturally beautiful.
You like to add?
No, I have nothing. Like when he's, I have nothing. No, but yeah, it was an interesting weekend that happened here. I mean, it was an interesting weekend, but I'm glad it ended on a good note with the nuptials of Carl Anthony and Jordan. That was a beautiful thing. And the weather out was beautiful too. So, Jeff, please share with our listeners how they can support our channel.
You need to like, share, and subscribe. Share the show with everyone that you know. And make sure when you're listening all the way to the very end so we get credit. And make sure you comment with any kind of comments that you want, any suggestions. You can send those to our email, hilarityensewspod@gmail.com. If you're on TikTok, we're at Hilarity Ensues Pod. Instagram, we're on Hilarity Ensues Podcast. Twitter or X, we're at H Ensues Pod.
And one more thing I'm going to add, we are also on YouTube. So please head over to YouTube, Hilarity Ensues Pod. Please subscribe so you can get notifications of our uploads. I know myself, I like to listen to YouTube like it's a podcast. So while you're in that vein of listening to your YouTube, just add us. Well, that concludes today's show. And as always, we may not have all the answers, but we'll definitely make you think, hopefully laugh a little in the process. Thank you for tuning in, and goodbye for now.
Take care.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Hilarity Ensues. Our fantastic music soundtrack is brought to you by TL Music Productions exclusively for Hilarity Ensues. Be sure to connect with us on social media by following Hilarity Ensues Podcast.